Hey guys, Serena Starlight Witch here. I hope everyone's doing well today. So today I am doing a mind uncrossing spell. So I have been thinking about what kind of content I can make for you guys that will be entertaining but also educational. So I thought about a mind uncrossing. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a mind uncrossing. I think I might have seen it done once or twice, but it was done incorrectly. But I'm sure lots of practitioners do this. In one of my previous videos, I spoke about how important uncrossing spells are, especially if you've had a very hard life. It is important that if you have had a hard life and you've gone through a lot, it is important to have uncrossings done to remove all that gunk. So before I get started, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to keep making content if people are not going to subscribe and support me, because it takes a lot to make a video, and I don't have that kind of time if there's no point in it, if people are not going to watch my videos or support me. So if you want to continue to see videos from me, please subscribe and like this video. I would greatly appreciate that. So what does a mind uncrossing do? So a mind uncrossing, first off, people, a lot of the times, practitioners, first off, I want to say that magic is extremely common nowadays. There's a lot of practitioners doing this kind of work for hire. A lot of people believe in magic. I mean, you can go on Etsy and pretty much have anything done. It's very common. So the chances of you having any working done against your mind, I would say is pretty good. The chances are pretty good with how common magic is, with how many people believe in it, with how easy it is to buy services nowadays. So yeah, a lot of practitioners will do things like domination spells. There are all kinds of things that can be done to your mind. Love magic fucks with your mind. There's mind magic, there's domination magic, there's seed magic. The list can go on and on and on and on. You can just do like a cleansing and uncrossing. I like to do an uncrossing, but then I like to do an uncrossing for separate things to really get that gunk from that area out. If y'all know this, I'm like an expert when it comes to cleansing and uncrossing magic. That's what I do the most. That's what I do the best, but I'm also extremely good at love magic. I know a lot about uncrossing magic and cleansing magic. I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to things like negative energy. So it's not just spells that can fuck with your mind. There are things that we cannot see. Well, I mean, not even all mediums can see these things. Some can, some can't. But there's a whole spiritual world that exists that we cannot see. But it basically exists with us. But it's in another dimension that we cannot see. And there's all kinds of shit out there in that world. More bad things than there are good things. And these things may never get discovered by humans anytime soon, if ever. Not all of these things anyway, but a lot of these things like to fuck with your mind. There's parasitic spirits who, literally look like worms that attach to you in any way, really. But they can attach to your mind and fuck with your mind. And but also, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a doctor or a professional. So, things like mental issues, emotional issues, addictions can mess with your mind as well. And sometimes when you got something wrong spiritually with your mind, it can cause mental issues and addictions. Addiction is very much connected to the mind. Addiction has to do with other things as well. But, and I will offer this, and I do offer this as a service. I just haven't figured out what I want to do yet regarding a platform. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a Shopify. But this is very good to do for someone who has addiction issues or had addiction issues. Because, think about an addict. When someone is an addict, they think about that thing 24/7. Even this, I do struggle with things like food addiction because of how I was raised. My mother was not very healthy. She fed me a very unhealthy diet starting at a very young age. So I turned into a food addict. It has improved a lot. My spirits and my spells have drastically improved it, but it's something I'm still working on. So that is something I'm going to include in this spell to cleanse away food noise, food addiction, overeating, things like that. So you can use a mind uncrossing to get help get addiction out of your mind. It can help with nightmares, negative thinking, and sometimes when you have really violent thoughts, it can be due to something spiritually, some kind of entity attached to your mind. But I could talk about this forever. The point is, a lot of things can fuck with your mind. Spellcasters, hell, you can even fuck with your own mind, with your own negative thinking. People can fuck with you in a mundane world, manipulate you. That can cause issues energetically with your mind. And entities that we cannot see can mess with our mind. So, this is definitely something you want to do for people who, like I said, have addictions, nightmares, negative thoughts, overthinking, procrastinating, can't focus, have a lot of brain fog, cloudiness in their head, delusional, someone who could be struggling with things like, I probably need to be careful what I say because I'm not a doctor. But I think you get my point. This spell, it helps a lot. Is there anything else I need to say? There was something else I wanted to say, but I completely forgot. yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. So I've already blessed and baptized the candle. I baptized the candle as my mind, brought it to life as my mind. Now I'm really not going to be telling you what ingredients I'm doing. I don't want people copying me. My spirits recently came to me and they told me that a lot of people are going to be copying me in the future, because I'm not trying to brag. My magic is extremely spirit-led and extremely unique. I am a very creative, unique, and spirit-led practitioner. A lot of practitioners don't have the knowledge I have. A lot of them don't. They're not as creative as I am. They're not as spirit-led as I am. My magic is very unique, and I don't show a lot of it, and I won't show a lot of it. My spirits have showed me things and told me things that no one else really knows, except other very advanced practitioners. But some things are just between you and your spirits. So I don't want people copying me. I really don't. My services are powerful. They're special. My spells are powerful and special. I don't want no one stealing my work, trying to profit off of it and all that bullshit. But if you want to do this yourself, if you're a practitioner trying to learn, I will give you some ingredients. But you do need to baptize this as your mind. Whatever you're struggling with mentally in the mind, that can include addiction, include that in with your spell. You want to visualize your brain, your mind. You want to visualize your mind cleansing. You want to use uncrossing ingredients and mental clarity ingredients. But you want to add in healing ingredients as well, recovery ingredients, peaceful ingredients. Whatever you're struggling with mentally, so let's say nightmares, you want to add in lavender for peaceful sleep to take away the nightmares. Is that all? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else, Spirit? You want uncrossing and cleansing oils as well. Rosemary is a requirement. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that now. It is a requirement. Rosemary is extremely good for the mind, so you do need rosemary for this. And you do need a skull candle, not a taper candle, because the skull candle represents your mind. I got a whole pack of these off of Amazon really cheap. I usually use bigger skull candles, but they're more expensive. I was like, a smaller one would work just fine. But yeah, not a lot of people do mind uncrossings, but they're very important, because there's all kinds of things out there that will mess with your mind. And you'll know when you need this done, because you'll just have all kinds of issues going on up there. Yeah, as I was saying, my spirits told me a lot of people would be copying me, so they did tell me to be careful about how much I show. So unfortunately, I can't tell you everything. Hopefully you guys can see okay. I don't have a very good camera or a very good tripod. That is something I'm going to have to invest in the future. So I wrote a petition. A petition is pretty much necessary for all spells. I mean, not all spells, but your petition is your letter to the spirits, to the universe. So it's always good to have. On my petition, I wrote Minds Uncrossing 4. I said my full name. I wrote my full name, and then I put born, full date of birth, and I put all hexes, curses, jinxes, spells placed on my mind is completely removed. My mind is cleansed of all negativity. My mind is full of peace, so mote it be. Thank you, and then I put my signature. So remember, petitions is like, a letter. So, you want to show gratitude, say thank you, write thank you, then do your signature. If you don't know how to cast a spell, go watch my tutorial on how to do that. This is going to be a quicker video, just so you guys can get an idea of how I do this spell. If you're wanting to learn how to do it, hopefully this video will give you an idea on how to do it. But for anyone who's, wanting to do this or get this as a service, hopefully this video can kind of show you of what, you're getting. So, and excuse me if I pause, because I have to look back at my notes. So I have some Hydron the Conqueror water. So I bless and empower this Hydron Conqueror, the water, to conquer any and all forces working against my mind. Conquer any and all forces working against my mind. I'm getting chills like crazy. That's how you know your spirits are with you and they're guiding you. You'll get chills. So that was definitely confirmation, because the whole right side of my body just went up with chills. Alright, so I'm trying to think what I want to do first. So I'm gonna add some salt. Salt to protect this spell from interference, to protect it from being tampered with. My chair's in my way. Great, and the camera just moved, which I don't like, because this tripod is broken and it's gonna be hard to get it back right. Let's see. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back again. So an alert went off on my phone. So, oh my gosh, it stopped the recording. Alright, so the camera's fixed. I really don't think my spirits are happy about me recording this. I can just feel the resistance. So I'm going to be careful what I show. Okay, so some coffee to speed up this working, to open the roads. Well, I should have added the oils before I did that. Yeah, I should have added the oils. It's fine. Let's just, God, my mouth's so dry. So I'm going to do some anointing oil to cleanse and purify my mind and to remove mental blockages. Again, you're going to need cleansing and uncrossing oils and ingredients to uncross and cleanse my mind. Let's see. I got so much I need to add. My spirits, they actually showed me a very particular female, because they're showing me her now. So they showed me in a dream this person, this female, who was going to really be trying to steal my ideas and my work. So when you're very connected to your spirits, they will tell you things. They will warn you about things and people. And that is something that they have been warning me about, which a real practitioner shouldn't have to copy anybody. I mean, your spirits will lead you. Your abilities, your gifts will lead you. For mental cleansing, purification, uncrossing. So I'm going to use some camphor. Now, camphor should be added to all uncrossings, all cleansings. This is one of the most powerful cleansing ingredient you can possibly use. It destroys negativity like a nuke. So it is something you should have. Camphor to destroy any and all forces and spells working against my mind like a nuke. For high vibrational energy. Alright, and I got peppermint oil. Now, peppermint is good for removing parasites, energetic parasites. They're literally like worms. Like, they look like tentacles. And they drain your energy. They're really bad. And what's so crazy is I'm not even anywhere near done in I can feel my skull tingling. That's how you know it's working. So peppermint to remove parasitic things, vampiric things, and anything's working against my mind. My head is literally, I can't even explain the feeling that I'm getting. That is crazy. Anyway, peppermint to remove parasites from my mental mind and my spiritual mind and my physical mind, to remove spiritual bugs from my mind and any negative forces sent to work against my mind. So what it be? Something was telling me to do this spell. Something was telling me to do this. Lately my head has been kind of foggy. I've been having weird dreams, trouble focusing, and I was like, let me do a mind uncrossing. So yeah, I'm doing that today and showing you guys. Anytime you feel something's wrong, you want to fix it immediately. The longer you let a problem go on, the worse and harder it is going to be to remove. So I have rosemary oil, and again, this is something you have to have. A blessed powder is rosemary to cleanse and purify my mind of anything working against it, of anything that is negative, and for mental clarity, for intelligence and focus. So might be. I am feeling the strangest feeling in my head. I wish I could describe it. So. To remove all blockages and obstacles from my mind, spiritual, mental, and physical mind. To cut out toxic energy and entities out of my mind. So I have lemon. Oh, I am almost out of lemon. Lemon to transmute all negativity from my mind into positivity for me that serves me and benefits me. Sorry guys, I have so much crap, it takes me a minute to find what I need. To remove all blockages and obstacles. This right here is excellent for removing blockages. Alright, Alright, and bless and empower this oil to remove addictions, food addiction, to remove it from my mind, to remove bad habits and food habits, to remove food noise from my mind. Alright. That's pretty much empty. Also guys, I'm going to be selling my oils, my homemade oils in the future. And my oils are very powerful. I use a lot of ingredients to make them. I charge them on my altars, and then I charge them again. I let them sit for about 8 to 10 weeks. So I will be offering those in the future, probably on my Etsy shop, so look out for that. So let's do my homemade uncrossing oil. So uncrossing oil to completely and totally uncross my mind, spiritual mind, physical mind, mental mind. So I have reversing oil. I bless and empower this reversible oil to reverse anything that anyone sent to my mind back to them times 10,000. Anything that anyone sent to fuck with my mind in any way at all, this oil reverses it, sends it back to the senders times 10,000. Forgot to add this. For cleansing and purification. Love oil for sweet, loving, sweet thoughts and dreams. Love oil for loving thoughts. So again, you want to add in something positive because you want to think loving thoughts, happy thoughts. So when you remove things, you have to add in something to replace it. You remove the bad and then you replace that bad with something good. And that is something you pretty much have to do, because if you just banish things, anything can take its place. So you have to add in something good. So I'm using my homemade domination oil. Domination oil. Domination oil. So that I am in full control of my mind and my thoughts, to take my power back so that I am in control. Alright, so I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to rub the oils all around the skull candle. So I'm going to do that while I push energy into it. So what I'm doing now is I'm focusing on my intention. I am pushing bright white light energy, universal energy into the oils, into the candle. So I'm also imagining the oils doing their job. So basically I'm imagining that my mind is being cleansed. It doesn't matter if someone copies me, honestly. Even if they do my magic, they can't do it like I can do it. They don't have my gifts or my abilities. So if you're a copycat, or try if you want to. There's a difference between learning from someone and stealing their work. There are practitioners who will steal from other practitioners. I don't know why my spirits keep pointing that out to me right now. It's crazy. So again, I'm pushing energy into the candle, into the oils. So I bless and empower these oils to completely and totally uncross my mind, cleanse and purify my mind. So I'm rubbing the oils. So I'm rubbing it with both hands while speaking my intentions. Bless and empower these oils to uncross my mind, cleanse and purify my mind, to remove addictions and bad habits, negative thoughts, to remove any forces working against my mind, to remove cloudiness, to remove brain fog, to remove anything that is working against my mind, spiritual mind, physical mind, emotional mind even, to remove all these things, to completely and totally cleanse and purify my mind, to remove any and all spells that are fucking with my mind, to remove anything any other person has sent to fuck with my mind, remove those things. Alright, so the oil that I have left over on my hands, I'm going to take that oil and I'm going to rub it all over my petition. So, let's uncloud these oils. The mind's uncrossing, cleansing, purification. To also activate this petition, help give it power and energy. So it's always really good to add oils to your petition. So instead of wasting those oils, rub it on your petition, on your other candles. Maybe petition your life. Take your time with your magic, guys. Do not rush. If you rush, you basically waste your time and your ingredients. All right. So I'm going to add in some of my Archangel Michael oil for protection. This is my homemade oil. I don't know, I really don't want to show it. So Archangel Michael oil to protect my mind completely and totally from all spiritual, energetic, and even mundane attacks. And my head is doing that weird feeling again. That's crazy. My magic, it blows my mind sometimes. It really does. So Archangel Michael oil. And this Archangel Michael oil that I make is so freaking powerful. Like, I'm not, trying to brag or anything like that, but it is so powerful. It is crazy. So Archangel Michael oil again to protect my mental, physical, emotional, physical, spiritual mind, to protect my mind from any spells someone tries to do on me, from entities, from anything that's negative, low vibrational, malevolent, so anything with ill intentions. Completely and totally protect my mind. Please and thank you, Archangel Michael. Please protect my mind always and forever. Thank you and amen. My hands are covered in oils, but I really don't have the time to stop right now. So what's should we add this next? So believe it or not, I'm going to add a little bit of baking soda. You can use baking soda for cleansing. So you open it. Kind of mess up the box, but that's okay. So a little bit of baking soda for cleansing, purification. Because I want my mind, my mental, emotional, physical, spiritual mind to be as white as snow with positive energy, no negativity. So I'm doing onion powder and garlic powder. Now, onion powder and garlic powder is very, 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 very powerful. It's cheap. You can get it from the grocery store for like $1, $2. It is wonderful. So if you need some cheap cleansing uncrossing ingredients, if you need to do some cleansing, garlic and onion powder. Sometimes that's all you need. So, onion powder for cleansing, purification, uncrossing, repelling evil. I love the way onion powder and garlic powder smells. So that was my onion powder. Where's my garlic? I cleaned everything earlier. And I misplaced a lot of things. Okay. Come on. Where's my garlic powder? Here's my black peppers. Black pepper to exorcise my mind of all negativity. You might hear my stomach growling. I'm starving. Black pepper to cleanse and purify my mind. Dude, where is the garlic powder at? I do not have time for this. Dang, I almost forgot this. I have some rubbed sage. I was about to completely forget about that. So I got some rubbed sage. And I don't want to hear anyone say anything about my Amazon and my Walmart powders and ingredients. They're the same freaking thing that you get from like a magical shop. There's no difference. Some practitioners like to say, oh, that's not as powerful. You have to get it from a witch shop or, the more expensive kind. No, you don't. That's a load of bull. So, rubbed sage for mental clarity, mind uncrossing, and purification. Mental clarity, mind uncrossing, purification. A lot of your ingredients, if you're a beginner, a lot of things you can get from the grocery store. There are other things though that you will need as a practitioner that will be expensive that you can't get from a grocery store. But thank goodness you can get a lot from the grocery store. So I have some fennel. Dang, that's way too much. Fennel seed to ward off all evil, negativity, and workings and forces working against my mind, to ward off these things. Nutmeg to break hexes. Chili powder for fast, powerful cleansing and uncrossing. for mental clarity and cleansing. Mental clarity and cleansing. So I will more that. Mental clarity and cleansing. This isn't the prettiest spell ever, but that's fine. Paprika for fast, powerful cleansing and uncrossing of my mind. For cleansing, purification. I'm so freaking hungry. Some whole cloves. Jesus, I just bought this. I'm already out. For mental clarity. Also for an intelligent mind. Peppercorns to banish any forces working against my mind, as well as any spells, energies, and entities. I still cannot find my garlic. Oopsie daisy. Rosemary to cleanse and purify my physical, mental, emotional mind, my spiritual mind. For mental clarity, purification of my mind. To uncross my mind for clarity. I'll add more of that later. Where did that go? Here's my garlic. Garlic to repel all evil spells, forces, energies, entities, spirits, anything that's working against my mind in any way at all. Garlic to remove that. It smells so good. I love garlic. Can you believe that there are practitioners on TikTok using garlic in hexes and curses? You cannot use garlic in hexes and curses. What in the world? Hex breaking. For hex breaking. For cleansing and hex breaking. When you use your ingredients, you only really need one little pinch. But I guess I like to use a bunch of stuff. So to remove blockages and obstacles from my mind. My stomach is growling, so if you guys can hear that, I am starving. And I'm running out of time. Which is perfect. For holy angelic protection. Protect my mind, always. For cleansing, purification, and opening the roads. For cleansing, uncrossing, purification. Cleansing, uncrossing, purification. For uncrossing and reversing. Uncrossing and reversing. For uncrossing and reversing. I don't think I added this yet. Maybe I did. I don't know. For sweet, happy, harmonious thoughts. Jesus, I was about to forget the most important thing. Rue for uncrossing. I bless and empower this rue to completely and totally uncross my physical mind, spiritual mind, mental and emotional mind, to remove any energy, spells, forces, negativity, entities, energies, anything at all that's working against my mind. This rue removes it. Thank you, rue. Lemongrass for transmutation. I'm like out. I've got to get more of that. It's right here. Lemongrass to transmute all negativity sent to my mind into positivity that benefits me. Lemongrass for transmutation. Let me check my notes and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. 36 minutes. So, well, I forgot coconut oil. It's a little bit too late for that. So, lotions of coconut flakes. Coconut to banish any and all energy, spells, and forces, entities, and spirits that are working against my mind in any way at all. Some apple pie spice to remove financial negativity from my mind. To remove financial negativity from my mind. Now, let me tell you guys something really quick. That is one of the ways people can fuck with your money. is making like cursing your mind financially to make you resist money, to make you create your own blockages and obstacles and make you hate money, have negative thoughts about money. Your thoughts, like mind magic is real. It's hard to explain. Do your own research, but like our brains is connected to the universe. Whatever we think will manifest a lot of the times in some shape or form. So people will fuck with your mind to fuck with your money, to get you to mentally think bad about it, to create your own mental blocks about it. So anyways, so I'm adding some wormwood to remove violent negative thoughts as well as nightmares. So even if you don't have negative violent thoughts, you want to include that in your mind uncrossing. Lavender for peace of mind. Hold on, I need more of that. Lavender for peace of mind and for anti-nightmares. To open up my psychic abilities, to open me up from spiritual messages and downloads. Come on now. To open up my abilities, and to open me up to my spirits, so that I can receive messages and downloads. Open me up to spirit, so I can receive messages and downloads for opening up the third eye. Let's add some more rosemary. Rosemary to clear away the fog and cloudiness of my mind. I gotta get more roses soon. Roses for loving thoughts. Roses for loving thoughts. And of course I forgot something, my chamomile. Now remember, your ingredients cannot do everything for you. You still have to do the energy work. And they only do about 40 to 50% of the work. The rest is basically you, your energy, your spirits. So the ingredients does around, I would say 40%, around 40%. The more ingredients you have, the more powerful your spell is going to be. But don't let that stop you from doing a spell if you don't have much. For hex breaking, to empower the spell, to make this spell powerful, to ensure that it manifests. I also forgot to add my road opening oil, so I have to add that regardless, because you have to remove obstacles and blockages, or your spell will not manifest. Alright, so I have my homemade road opening oil. Road opening oil to remove any and all obstacles and blockages that may try to prevent the spell from manifesting and working, to clear the path for this mind's uncrossing to manifest. Alright, so that's pretty much all that I'm doing regarding putting the spell together. I can't record the rest because it will take me like 4 hours. Well, probably not that long because it's a small skull candle. Probably take me about an hour. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just gonna, hold my hands on the herbs and chant them again. Get some incense and speak my intentions over the spell and bless it. Then I'm going to light it. And yeah, I'm going to push energy into it, chant, speak my intentions, visualize my intentions. I'm not going to give away all my secrets. There's a very certain way I do this spell, and it does work. So I have a special visualization that I use, and it is very, very powerful. I don't want to give that away. So yeah, that's pretty much it for putting it together. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Also, go check out my Facebook, my Instagram, my TikTok. If you need to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram. So this is a service that I offer. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Shopify. I'm still debating. I'm debating on, opening up a Shopify and then opening up a Shopify or taking on certain clients. I don't know if I just want to open up a Shopify and let people, whoever, buy whatever, or if I just want to take on certain cases. I'm debating. I'm debating on it. But you can contact me on Instagram if you need work done. If I have not opened up a shop yet, I can do that for you. You can contact me for help. And yeah, we can figure something out. But yeah, this is a service that I offer. It's very good, very powerful. I was feeling it as soon as I started adding the ingredients, and I'm still feeling it, and I have not even lit the spell. So yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, please subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and peace out. See you guys later. Love y'all, and peace out.